Before we begin, let me tell you about former Queen Sofia of Spain, Sophie Margaret Victoria. Frederica, Princess of Greece and Denmark, 86, was born as Princess Sofia of Greece and Denmark on November 2, 1938. She is a member of the Spanish royal family who was Queen of Spain from 1975 to 2014 as the wife of King Juan Carlos I. She is the first child of King Paul of Greece and Frederica of Hanover. How did she manage the never-ending infidelity of her husband, former King of Spain, Juan Carlos I? Watch the full video to find out. Let's get started. Queen Sofia, the eldest child of King Paul and his wife, Queen Frederica, is a member of the Greek branch of the Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg-Glücksburg dynasty. Her brother was the deposed King Constantine II, and her sister is Princess Irene. As her family was forced into exile during the Second World War, she spent part of her childhood in Egypt, where she took her early education at El Nazar Girls' College in Alexandria, and South Africa, where her sister Irene was born. Her life back then was poor, and they even had nothing to eat. They returned to Greece in 1946. She finished her education at the prestigious Schloss Salem boarding school in southern Germany, and then studied childcare, music, and archaeology in Athens. She was a reserve member, alongside her brother Constantine, of Greece's gold medal-winning sailing team in the 1960 Summer Olympics. Palace sources reported that the solution was closed by mutual agreement from the first moment between Juan Carlos and Felipe. Sofia met former King Juan Carlos of Spain on a cruise in the Greek islands in 1954. It was not a good meeting, and there were no chemistry between the two. It was the mother of Queen Sofia who did all her efforts for Queen Sofia and King Juan Carlos' wedding will be fulfilled. And they met again at the wedding of the Duke of Kent at York Minster in June 1961. Sofia and Juan Carlos married on May 14, 1962, at the Catholic Cathedral of St. Dionysius in Athens. She converted from Greek Orthodoxy to Catholicism to become more palatable to Catholic Spain, and thus relinquished her rights to the Greek throne. Together, she and Juan Carlos have 3 children, Infanta Elena, Infanta Cristina, and King Felipe. It was during the last third child, Felipe, that the king totally neglected his marriage to Queen Sofia, knowing that they have a son to follow his dynasty. Juan Carlos came to the throne in 1975, upon the death of the fascist dictator Francisco Franco, making Sofia the Queen of Spain. Juan Carlos is judged to have been instrumental in Spain's peaceful transition to democracy, and with his wife Queen Sofia, enjoyed years of praise from his people. According to reports, her husband had between 1,500 to 2,000 affairs during his lifetime, which Queen Sofia did not comment on publicly. Despite his initial years of adoration from the Spanish public, for many years, Queen Sofia has been enjoying and still is enjoying of a special protection from the media, in the way King Juan Carlos enjoyed before his sexual and economic affairs started being exposed by a part of the media. So the behavior of this distant and hermetic lady have been always hidden by a wall protective silence. Juan Carlos has been serially unfaithful and has been accused of multiple charges of corruption. His decision to give up the throne followed a corruption investigation involving his daughter's husband and a controversial elephant hunting trip the monarch took during Spain's financial crisis. King Juan Carlos abdicated in favor of his son and Letizia to become King and Queen of Spain. The former king remains married to Queen Sofia. However, it is widely believed that the pair are unhappy and have not shared a bed since the late 1970s. Former King Juan Carlos was also involved in a crime, cheating and infidelity. All of this made him unpopular, and he eventually abdicated the throne 2 years later in 2014 in favor of his son, Crown Prince Felipe, who became King Felipe VI. In 2020, Juan Carlos fled the country and is now living in Abu Dhabi in the UAE. Early in May of 1977, she started the Queen Sofia Foundation, which picks various causes to support, such as Alzheimer's research, women in business, and social welfare. Queen Sofia continues her philanthropic works. She is a former practicer of Greek Orthodoxy and currently follows Roman Catholicism. She is currently executive president of the Queen Sofia Foundation, as well as honorary president of the Royal Board on Education and Care of Handicapped Persons of Spain, along with the Spanish Foundation for Aid for Drug Addicts. She has several honorary doctorates from universities including Cambridge, Oxford, Georgetown, Rosario, Valladolid, Evora, St. Mary's University in Texas, and New York. She is widely regarded for her sense of fashion and received the privilege of wearing white in front of the Pope. It is known that she experienced personal distress due to these issues, but specific private responses have not been extensively shared with the public. Her continued presence with former King Juan Carlos in official capacities might have contributed to the perception of tolerance and resilience. However, this does not necessarily reflect the full extent of her personal experience or feelings. As Queen Consort of Spain, Sofia had significant responsibilities, including representing the Spanish royal family at official events, engaging in charitable activities, and supporting her husband, King Juan Carlos I. She stayed loyal and faithful to his husband, and neglected her own desire and happiness to fulfill her responsibilities. Truly, a queen. Subscribe for more Life Stories updates. Thanks for watching.